Is this a video about MatchX and MXC or Crypto.com? It's both. What's going on, everybody? It's Chris with Committed 3D Tech. And yes, like the video description says, MXC was just listed on Crypto.com Price. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna clear up some questions that people have been having. I'm also gonna give you an update on my earnings from my M2 Pro, which has been bringing me in over $1,000 monthly for the past 7 months. And then of course, we're gonna talk about the future of MatchX and MXC and why I am so bullish on this company. Now, of course, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that. I have lots of good stuff coming out, especially some exclusive giveaways. So make sure you turn on the notification bell, and that way you'll get notified anytime I come out with new content or giveaways. If you want to get your own M2 Pro, you can use my link down in the description. You'll get $50 off. And of course, if you want to get the Crypto.com Ruby Red Visa, use my link down in the description. You and I both get $25 of CRO absolutely free just for staking for the card. Now, with all that out of the way, make sure you like this video for the YouTube algorithm, and let's get to the content.
Shoryuken.
First things first, if you woke up this morning and you went to Twitter, you would have seen this tweet from the MXC Foundation. Major exchange news, MXC is now listed on Crypto.com. Now, I did talk with one of the MX crew. They did say that it should be listed on the exchange. Problem is, when you go to the exchange, as of right now, if you type in MXC, nothing is listed. So I did a little bit of diving, and the link that they posted brings you to this, Crypto.com Price, which is the price index that Crypto.com uses. What Crypto.com Price is basically is a historical market data platform. Now, Crypto.com obviously is leading the market when it comes to crypto tools. And so this is a great start for them. So if you're looking to buy and sell MXC, unfortunately, it's not on the exchange as far as I know right now. It is also not on the Crypto.com app yet. But this is a great step because this means that MatchX and MXC have begun talking with Crypto.com and forming and building that partnership, which is really, really crucial. Crypto.com is a notable platform, and they don't just list any cryptocurrency that comes off of the market. So the fact that MXC is in talks with them is a good sign. My contact over at MXC did say that they hope to have MXC listed on the app sometime later this year. Of course, that's not for sure. We'll have to see where it goes, and I'll make sure to keep everyone updated as far as that information. So why is this initial listing so important? Well, we look at another very popular IoT mining company, Helium, and I don't want to spend too much time on them. They did have some updates. I'll be making a video on that next week, so make sure you stay tuned. But when Helium was initially listed on the Crypto.com app, it was half of the price. And I've mentioned this before. As far as my earnings go, the M2 Pro miner has been super profitable for me. And so when you look back at companies similar to this, like Helium, you see this massive growth potential. And in my mind, MatchX and MXC are actually like Helium was back in 2019, maybe early 2020. The only difference is I feel like MatchX has room to grow way bigger than Helium does. And the big reason I believe that is because you think back to companies like Apple and Microsoft, that rivalry that they had. Apple started in a garage, and Microsoft, they had lots of investor funding. Obviously, Apple got to that point, but I see the two very synonymous, where there's not only room for multiple IoT providers, but it's also necessary in order to cover the entire market need. And if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Think about your cell phone providers. You have so many options. You have Verizon, you have AT&T, you have T-Mobile. Those are just the big ones out there. And just like cell phone carriers, with your IoT miner, you have options. You need to choose which one fits you best. Now, of course, for me, when it comes to picking these companies early on, I'm actually a fan of all of them. I think diversifying your portfolio is one of the smartest things that anyone can do. Obviously not financial advice. All of you know, most of you know, my portfolio does pretty well though. Now let's talk about my earnings. The most important thing to keep in mind with that is that you have not smashed the like button yet for the YouTube algorithm. So make sure you do that. It really goes a long way and helps push this video forward to a larger audience. So the current price of MXC is a little bit over 11 cents, which means my 7-month earnings are $7,920. And that's over a 7-month period. That's when miner fuel started. And so I actually withdrew all of the MXC that I had mined previously because I didn't want that in my fuel tank. That is over $1,100 every single month that I'm mining. And in my opinion, MXC has not hit even close to its all-time high. A lot of us know that Bitcoin is on a big bull run right now. And I've been telling people about this. This formation right here is something called a double top. Now, the thing is, it's failed. So a double top is actually bearish when it comes to a market. But you see this right here, it failed to create the double top, which means a failed double top. This is not just a bullish indicator. It's extremely bullish. And so I see 2022 as a huge bull market for cryptocurrency in general. And that means 11 cents on MXC is very modest. I really think that we could hit over $1. Obviously not financial advice. This is just what I'm thinking as far as this goes. So, and for those of you who follow the channel, a lot of you know that I have a history of selling my mined cryptocurrency too early. So I've learned my lesson when it comes to my MXC that I have in my fuel tank right now. I am going to hold on to that for dear life. Okay, let's talk about why I'm bullish on MatchX and MXC as far as the future goes. Number one is their mining model. So they don't do a proof of coverage model, which, Helium is a good reference point for that. As far as proof of coverage goes, we've seen earnings go way down for Helium miners. And that's because that proof of coverage model is just not sustainable long-term, in my opinion. So proof of participation is basically where if you're participating in the network, you're going to get a certain amount of earnings. Obviously, that has potential to change in the future as far as what participation means. But the real reason I'm bullish on MatchX and MXC is because of their participation in the metaverse. So if you follow them on Twitter, you know they are actively working to participate and build the metaverse. One of those things that they are working on is called functional NFTs. Now, they haven't launched this. There hasn't been too much news on this, but it's something that I am extremely excited about. And obviously, based on the name, they won't just be NFTs. They won't just be unique non-fungible tokens. They are actually going to have a function dealing with IoT mining and the MXC network. So I think that's pretty cool, and I'm really looking forward to it. Because like I said, probably 87% of the reason that I invest in any company right now is to make money. But that other 13% is because I want to help build the future. I believe in decentralization. And it makes the most sense because when it comes to equality and equity, decentralized networks, companies, foundations, those are going to be the ones that show the most fairness and give everyone an equal chance. And so I'm really for that. I believe in it. And as far as investments go, they have been the best decisions that I've ever made. So there you have it, how I'm making over $1,000 a month with the M2 Pro. Like I said before, if you want to get your very own, use the link down in the description. You can get $50 off by using my link. And of course, Crypto.com, like I always say, one of the best investments that I've ever made. Use my referral link. You and I both get $25 in CRO, absolutely free, just for staking for the Ruby Red Crypto.com Visa. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, like I said, I have lots of good content coming out on crypto, tech, and investing platforms. Plus, I have some awesome giveaways coming. So make sure you turn the notification bell on, and that way you'll get notified whenever I come out with that. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button to help push this video forward to a larger audience. It really helps out with the algorithm, and I genuinely appreciate it. Of course, for all of you who've watched to the end, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You make it possible for me to do this. And so really just thank you. I appreciate you. With all that out of the way, thanks for stopping by. My name's Chris with Committed 3D Tech, and we'll catch you next time.